Hello, I'm Gwen Griffin, the Executive Director of Old World Foundation, and I'm here today with the team from East Troy Brewery. They're going to provide some of the beer that we're going to be serving to our guests of our Sunset Soiree celebration at Old World, Wisconsin on August 21st. And those who donate $250 or more to our campaign will receive an invitation to attend this exclusive evening at Old World, complete with a gourmet picnic dinner and entertainment. And of course, guests will have an opportunity to enjoy a glass of beer from East Troy Brewery. So today we're going to meet them and learn a little bit more about their facility. We have Ashley Turner, who is the executive chef, John Turner, who's the general manager, Shay Lemon, who is the head brewer, and Ted and Ann Sess, who are brewery owners and owners of the building. So thank you all for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
What type of beer do you plan to serve at Sunset Soiree?
So right now we're looking at bringing 2 beers with us. We'd like to bring one of our core brands so that we can represent what we've been creating here at East Troy Brewery. And then I'm also looking at creating a pre-prohibition beer so that we can have something a little bit more historical for that event as well.
Oh, that'll be fun. Our guests will enjoy that for sure. So what type, obviously you serve beer, but give us an explanation or an example of some of the food and all of the drinks that you serve in East Troy.
Want to talk about beer? Like
oh, sure.
What kind of core principles are there?
Sure. So right now we're looking at just some sessionable brews that pair nicely with Ashley's menu. So we're looking at hazy IPAs, which are extremely popular right now. I have an organic cream ale that has been served throughout the spring that's been very popular. And we're always keeping our Helles on, which is a nice, fresh, crisp German lager. So everything we've been brewing is just to be great with Ashley's menu.
So our food, we do a lot of, and I think Shay as well has worked to make sure that we're bringing in a lot of local ingredients, a lot of things that are accessible here in Wisconsin. It's an exciting time being in the spring and moving into the summer for fruits and veggies. So we try to take advantage of that, make sure we're bringing a lot of bright and fresh flavors. Our kitchen here does everything from scratch. Got a hardworking team bringing you a lot of smoke and peppers and bright veggies and fruits. So we kind of lead that way with our menu as well. And the beer tends to, I mean, those things are just quite a nice little pairing and complementary of each other, I think. Nice.
And you're right on the square in East Troy. And I understand that the brewery is located in an old bank. And I had heard that it was Ted's dream to keep the bank theme alive because both Ted and Ann remember it being a bank as they were growing up in East Troy. So, I guess my question is, when did the brewery open, and when did you when did you acquire the building, and then when did it open?
We acquired the building in summer of 2017. Started working on design. We always had a vision of something like this on our village square. And this building was always appealing because it is an 1892 bank. It was originally 4 different buildings. The bank over time took over all 4 buildings and created a large bank building on the entire city block. So the building itself had plenty of space for us. It was a great location. Getting to the point we are now took a lot of work, given that it was an old bank that was converted or remodeled many times over the years. To convert that into a restaurant and a brewery took quite an adventure. We took about a little over a year to do this project. We started construction in November of 17, and we were able to open in December of 18.
Nice. It is a beautiful, beautiful building. I've been lucky enough to be there, so I highly recommend that people go, and the food sounds delicious, fresh food, and like you said, it's wonderful being summer. It's always, I'm sure that you're probably busier in the summer than you are in the winter, or is that not true?
We have a huge wide open patio, so it's certainly like something to see and come experience here in the city square. And you've got views of the city square, so even through the holidays, it's really pretty to be able to be here in this building in particular. So yeah, we get rolling in the summer. It's a lot of fun.
Nice. What are your hours right now?
So right now we're open on Wednesday through Sunday. We're open for dinner service on Wednesday and Thursday, and we're open for lunch and dinner service on Saturdays, Friday and Saturday. Sundays we're only open until just the early, the early evening until about 6. Generally because folks are on their way to work in the morning on Monday morning.
Right, can't party too late on Sunday. And you know, you mentioned the patio. Do you offer entertainment or special events?
So that's one thing that we had. We really only had our patio available just starting last year in 2020. As Ted said, this has been kind of an adventure, getting a lot of the pieces put into place for the brewery. Our patio wasn't even paved until the late summer of 2019. So it has taken on a much more. It grew kind of a much more organically than we were anticipating. So we are live music last year, and it was so successful and popular that we're striving to do it every weekend all the way through Labor Day.
That's fun. Is the patio wide open? Is it covered at all?
So there are parts of the patio that are covered, and there are parts of the patio that are wide open. We did some expansion on it. We did a couple of some landscaping work last year and then this year as well. And so there's shaded areas for folks as well. We have tents available for folks that want to stay in the shade. And then if you want to just sit outside, drink a beer and get a tan, we've got some sitting out in the middle of the sun.
And right now we're standing in our draft room, which was the old drive-through. And this leads out to our patio. If you can see we have doors, the garage doors that kind of lead out to the patio. So usually those will be open, and then people can kind of come in and out. And then we have the bar behind us that we use for out.
So where we are standing right now is where the vacuum tubes would have been if you would have came to the bank and went to the drive-thru. We had doors where the lanes were.
Right.
So you can't serve beer that way though, right?
Talked about it, but never got it to work.
Yeah. I like bubbles in my beer, so I just don't know how we can make that one work.
All right.
All the bubbles.
That's funny. Do you rent the space out if somebody wanted a private event?
We do. So this year we've been hosting everything from bridal showers, baby showers, rehearsal dinners. I think we are available to rent out the entire restaurant for weddings. Yeah, we do have this room available for many spaces in the bank, because like Ted said, this place was never designed to be a restaurant. It has a lot of different spaces in the place. We have several areas available for people to rent out, depending on what your needs are and depending on the size of your party.
Nice. That's good to know. It's nice to have some place in a town like East Troy that, you know, for local people to enjoy.
We found that it's a great place. It's a great place for people to meet. It's right off of 43. It's a nice, right in the middle. Folks that are coming from Illinois, folks from Milwaukee, folks that are coming from the Green Bay area. It's a nice center spot.
Nice. So how do people find you? What is your website or Facebook page?
Our website is www.etbrew.com, and our Facebook is the same. It's ET Brew.
Okay, that should be easy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Right. It's good. Is there anything else that you'd like to add about the business, about the brewery?
The only thing that I guess I would like to add is just I want to give it up to these two ladies here, the chef and also our brewer. Our philosophy on everything is use as much fresh ingredients as we possibly can. And just like craft beer is about fun, our menu is the same as well. There's a lot of creative twists on some traditional items, and Shay's been doing the same thing with some of the beers that she's been doing. So we always try to do those two things. Our commitment to quality and freshness and also local ingredients is something that I would say kind of defines this place. Great.
Well, and East Troy Brewery served beer for the guests of our 2019 Sunset Soiree. Of course, last year was virtual, but 2019 and our guests had a lot of fun, and we really appreciate the continued support from the brewery. I guess a question that I like to ask people is, why do you support Old World Wisconsin through our foundation?
So for me, when I was a kid, I got to come to Old World, Wisconsin, and that was right after we moved to Wisconsin. So it's something that really I was excited for when I found out that you guys want to work with us and serve our beer. I thought that was great. I was very, very excited. So it's just, you know, something from my childhood, you know, and now that I feel like I can contribute, I think that's great.
John and I both have a background in history and archaeology and classics and things. So you're automatically exciting for us.
Well, I think Shay said it. Shay and Ashley both said it. We have a natural interest in the historical aspects and keeping the history alive. But what Shay said is also true. Whether it's the deep past or our personal past, I think that's something that I know that when I was in grade school, I remember loving taking trips out to Old World, Wisconsin, and having the opportunity to be back there in a professional way is kind of a fun little thing too. So I think that there's a lot of connections to the place, whether it's historical, personal, anything.
And one of the keys also is your development of your own brewery at Old World, Wisconsin. For us, that's very exciting, being a very close brewery to Old World. And for us going through the historical renovation and historical aspect of converting an old building back to a brewery, that's very exciting.
And Ted and I actually worked at the event 2 years ago, and a great time. It was a lot of great people, and it was just a really neat event. It was a great setting, and we had a positive experience doing that.
Well, good. Yeah, it is exciting that a brewery is coming to Old World, and they, you know, the hope is that the guests to Old World, Wisconsin will be immersed in the Wisconsin brewing traditions and the role that beer has played in Wisconsin's history and culture. So, so it is exciting that something new is coming. And as I had said, we the foundation is right now in a campaign to raise $30,000 by the beginning of August to fund the immediate needs related to the new brewing experience building, so that it can be ready to open to guests next season in 2022. And in addition to the brewery experience building, a tavern, historic tavern, has just been relocated to Old World, and that'll be renovated. And next to the tavern, the plan is to also build a what am I trying to say? A beer garden, I guess, that will tie everything together. And so guests that are visiting Old World, Wisconsin can, you know, sit and enjoy drinks and food after their day there. So we appreciate all donations to this campaign, but again, those who donate $250 or more will receive an invitation to this exclusive evening at Old World, Wisconsin. And those who donate $500 or more will also get 2 tickets to a special VIP cocktail hour prior to the evening in the village. And I should mention that those who donate $2,500 or more will get all of that. Plus, they will also be invited to a beer and food pairing event at Old World, Wisconsin in September. So that should also be a lot of fun. And the best news is that we have a matching grant thanks to 2 of our trustees. So all donations up to $10,500 will be matched 100%. So I'm sure that we'll be able to reach our goal, get the brew house open next season. And I would encourage people to visit oldworldfoundation.org for more information or to make a donation. And if you're anywhere near East Troy in southeastern Wisconsin, visit East Troy Brewery for lunch or dinner. Keep them in mind for any other events that you might want to host there. So Anything else you'd like to add that's come to mind? Nope.
Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you. This was fun. It's fun to learn about what's in our community. And you know, we wish you all the best this year. We hope that now that things are opened up, that you'll be really busy. And can't wait to come out and look at your patio and enjoy that.
Come on.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, until next time, we'll say goodbye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.